And good evening, West Warwick. This is the third part of our triple header today. We had some girls basketball earlier with the Wizards triumphing over Central, the girls team, and the boys team upsetting undefeated Scituate. So hopefully we can keep the streak going here. Welcome to this hockey matchup pitting the West Warwick Exeter West Greenwich squad against Narragansett Chariho in a Division II matchup. I'll be calling this game. My name's Eric White. I'm a media broadcasting teacher at the high school. Next to me I have our athletic director, Mr. Greg Kordick. Mr. Kordick, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me, Eric.
All right. So we're getting started here, first period. These teams each looking for their first win.
I think we have had our first penalty, Eric.
Really?
Yeah, I think there was a hook on the opening rush.
Ooh.
And West Warwick is in the box, so they'll be fighting off an odd man. They're fighting off a power play right now.
Right off the bat. It looks like Kevin McDonald, the starting goaltender, made a pretty good save there.
Kevin's been a 3-year starter. He's been starting since his freshman year. Led them to obviously the Division III championship last year. It's nice to have a veteran goaltender. That helps.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a junior in his third year. I remember him as a freshman, having him in my class all those years ago.
Narragansett never really got anything set up on that power play. They really never got control of the puck. West Warwick's got to kill off about another minute. That's a misdeflection. And it's a misdirection. Those can be dangerous. Sometimes you're trying to stop the puck, and before you know it, you've misdirected it past your own goaltender.
Yep.
Warwick's doing a nice job in the neutral zone of not allowing Narragansett to really get any kind of rush going, set up the power play. They've done a real nice job here of really kind of fighting this off. That Narragansett really hasn't had any good looks off the set power play. That's going to be an offsides right there, delayed.
And right here, these are two teams that were in Division III last year, which doesn't exist anymore this year. All we have is 1 and 2, so these teams having some hard luck here in Division II, so this might be the first legitimate chance, at least so far this year, for one of them to pick up a win, get this season going. Big difference between Division II and the Division III, which, as we were talking about before the show, 6 teams, mainly co-op teams, and Wizards had a great run in 13, just running through the whole thing, undefeated. Then last year they won their second championship there. Here, different ball game.
Oh yeah, and you know what it ends up being, it's kind of the perfect storm of realignment. You know, not only does West Warwick's success and obviously the elimination of Division III, but the fact that they lose not only that, but they take a successful D3 team. They lose 8 seniors, 7 of them on the first 2 lines. So you're going up, you're playing better competition with younger kids. So that's usually not a good recipe for a ton of success.
Yeah.
But they've battled. Talking to Coach Lake earlier today, they've been every game. Usually what ends up happening is the experience of the Division II teams shows in the third period, and what ends up being 1 or 2 goal games all of a sudden turn into 3-4 goal games. So, they're battling, and they're young, and they'll get there. And this is a good chance for them tonight to play a team that's kind of in the same situation they are. Moving up and trying to feel themselves out in Division II.
Yeah. So it's a heck of a time to rebuild. Kind of reminds me of you guys in basketball when you got bumped up to Division I after your senior players left, and that was a tough 2 years. So, but realignment is what it is.
Yes.
And unfortunately, you can't keep your athletes in school forever.
You had to bring that up.
Yeah,
didn't you?
I know. We try,
No, and that's the thing about realignment sometimes. And they really do they really have a good formula in place. They try to take in a lot of, but sometimes it is what it is. You get moved up in a year that you really probably shouldn't, even though the numbers say you do, and sometimes you end up getting stuck up there. And I will say this, when West Warwick has been in a place, as an athletic director, they've always played hard.
Yeah.
So, you know what, maybe like they haven't had success, but they've always played hard, and that's kind of all you can ask for. And, you hope that eventually you get to the division you're comfortable in and you have some success.
Yeah.
So.
Last year it was nice. It was sweet that that this team got to win it on the ice right before everything happened with COVID, and for the second time in 5 or 6 years to do it. And this was a very different team than in 2013. Just ran through everybody. McDonald made it a save, and that one gets past him. So it looks like Narragansett Chariho up 1-0.
Just a lack of control of the rebound. West Warwick, Kevin made the initial stop, and McDonald made the initial stop, and then West Warwick couldn't clear the rebound. They tried to throw it out of the zone, got stopped, and then usually in high school hockey, you give teams 1 or 2 chances after the initial shot, and that's when they're going to score.
Yeah.
I'm sure Coach Lake isn't happy with the effort in terms of getting rid of the puck.
Yeah. Definitely where you don't want it, in front of your own goal loose.
Oh yes, definitely. My father coached me for 10 years of hockey, and that's the only thing I remember saying. You're not in front of your own goal, not in front of your own goal.
Yeah.
Right now, after that initial power play where they didn't have much success, Narragansett's really kind of keeping the pressure on West Warwick now. Narragansett Chariho does look a little bigger than West Warwick. Seems they have a little bit more size.
Yeah.
West Warwick's first line is out there right now. It's kind of led by Matt Dennison, the junior. He's played for 2 years. Was a big reason West Warwick won it last year. Was the MVP in the finals.
Yeah, that one going to a deciding game 3.
Yes. I joke around with the coaches and tell them technically, you guys are the state championships in all of hockey because no one else played last year. No one else played in the finals last year except for Division III.
Yeah.
And they won it on a Tuesday night. On that Wednesday is when everything just started closing itself down.
Yeah.
And by the following weekend, all the interscholastic league had canceled all their championships. So.
Yeah, it was surprising. Within the period of a week, 2 weeks, NCAA shut down the tournament. Everybody just everybody just stopped.
Oh yeah.
And the NBA paused before going into the bubble and really finishing that season.
Oh yeah, it happened quick. I attended I remember being in a meeting that Wednesday, talking about spring sports, and then next thing you know, that Thursday, we're starting to cancel championships in the winter.
Yeah.
And it moved fast.
It really did.
It's good to it's good to see the kids. It's good to see the kids back on the ice, back on the courts.
Yes.
It is different. It's
Yes.
much different, but it's definitely nice to get them back there, so they can a little sense of normalcy.
Absolutely.
It's a good chance for West Warwick here. Egan Usla with a little pressure on, working hard to keep the puck in. Here comes Narragansett Chariho, odd man rush though.
Yeah, Chase Riley.
Net.
Chase Riley, 22, started it up there, and now West Warwick exit West Greenwich finds themselves in a 2-zip hole here, 8:47 into the first period.
Usla did a nice job down on the boards and then just lost his footing. And when he was battling along the boards, lost his footing, and that created that odd man rush for Narragansett Chariho. And they took advantage of it, did a nice job. getting the puck into the middle. I don't really think Kevin McDonald had much of a shot on that to stop that. Oh, and West Warwick comes right back. That's a nice answer right there.
Absolutely. Looked like that was.
It's like Dylan Waterman with the tip, I believe.
Yeah, Dylan Waterman with the assist. I think that was Riley Correa, number 19.
This is the problem when you get old like me. 9s and 1s.
Yeah, exactly.
You have trouble seeing the numbers,
exactly.
but that was
unwrinkle that jersey, son. Come on.
That was a very, very impressive answer for EWG, because you want to make sure that you don't fall too far behind in a game like this. You got some confidence getting on the ice. You're facing another team that's in the same situation you are, former Division III team, and to fall down 2-0. That's a real nice answer there for the Night Wizards.
Absolutely, you didn't take. They didn't wait too long to answer back, and cut the lead in half. Now it's a game again.
Yep. Warwick's having a little trouble getting it out of their zone right now. Nice save by Kevin.
Robbie McHugh, number 12, with a shot. Glove save by McDonald.
Yeah, West Warwick just had a little trouble there, just a little trouble clearing their zone, and Narragansett got a good look, but Kevin was Kevin was up for the challenge. Made a nice save there, nice glove save.
Excellent. Here we are on TV.
All right. Looking good.
Excellent. We got Brian Lynch, executive producer extraordinaire, helping us through. Morgan Judd and Riley Maynard on the cameras. I'm Eric White, media broadcasting teacher. I'm here with my color man, Mr. Greg Kordick. I said I need somebody who played to sit beside me, because I've been on skates once, and I was 28, and I'm not going to say how many years ago that was, but that was a long time ago. And thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. The glory days. I skated in this rink a long, long time ago. My hockey career came to a pretty quick end, though, when I started to think that I was a forward, and when my coaches would tell me that they wanted me to play some defense, in the defensive zone, I thought that was a suggestion more than a coaching order. And, and so my career ended pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I went from the offensive zone to the red line. And look to score. That was it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Narragansett here, nice. Kevin deflects that off, and nice job deflecting that into the corner. Nice job of West Warwick of getting rid of that puck, getting it out of that zone quickly.
Excellent.
Gives them a chance to change shifts.
Yeah.
Change lines here right now. Looks like West Warwick kid. West Warwick trying to see the number here. Got a little dinged up there in the corner. Ethan Laramie got a little shaken off, although he skated off on his own power. Checking his lower body on the bench, I believe.
Oh, good. You and I have been at plenty of football games, but I gotta say, this is our first time on Wizards TV covering hockey, but this is a tough sport.
Oh yeah.
As far as the concussions, the head injuries, it's even for these kids, it's a real issue with the game today. I know Mark Messier, winner of 6 Stanley Cups, is really one of the forerunners in trying to, lead a charge to have better equipment, play the game more safely. And, Derek Sanderson was being interviewed one time at Boston Bruins, and he was playing when they didn't wear helmets. He said he only ever got 1 concussion.
You know what? Sometimes it's the argument. The argument. When when they weren't wearing the helmets, they were a little bit safer with the sticks.
Yeah.
You know, not as more conscientious about not going high because they weren't wearing helmets. Sometimes now that, you know, you do have the helmets, there's that chance of you know, going a little bit higher on a hit.
Yep.
And
maybe a false sense of security. You have the helmet on.
Exactly. But you know, the good thing is, I mean, you know, the Interscholastic League and obviously every sports organization in the country has gotten much more diligent about concussions and recognizing them and making sure that protocols are followed.
Yeah.
You know, the days of you know, shake it off and, you know, smell the smelling salts and get back out there, those are gone.
Oh, absolutely. Now it's concussion protocol.
Oh, yeah. COVID protocol too. Do you know that?
Yeah.
There's a week-long protocol for when a student athlete comes back from a positive COVID test.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they can't practice for another week after? Or?
Well, it's just kind of a gradual build-up. You know, it's 15 minutes the first 2 days. It's like a 15-minute gradual build-up of, you know, light jogging.
Yeah.
You know, then the next day would be 30 minutes of a little bit more intensive. You know, the whole idea, obviously, is to make sure that the, you know, that the lung capacity isn't getting overtaxed early.
Yeah,
and,
that makes a lot of sense. This disease really hits many people hard with the respiratory.
Yeah.
Some people, it's barely a scratch, and other people are never the same. So I can understand the reason for the protocol. So still 2-1, 4:34 left to go in the first period.
Matt Dennis and Kalibita, nice job of hustling down there. Against it, Chariho is able to gain control of the puck. Nice hit by Keegan Gormley right at the blue line. Uh-oh. I guess it wasn't a nice hit 'cause it looks like. Oh no, it was.
Yeah.
I thought he was calling a penalty. He's just calling for a face-off down in the Narragansett's zone, Narragansett Chariho zone. I'm looking at the line out here, which is, I believe, is Coach Lake's first line. He started the game with them, and I'm seeing a lot of 9th, 10th, and 11th graders here. Not too many seniors, so you know, you got to think that bodes well for the future.
Yeah, this is definitely a young team.
And
Ethan Laramie, the senior captain. Emily Jetson's another senior, and Egan Usler, third senior that I have on the roster. Everybody else is a picture of youth, let's say.
They had a really talented freshman that they lost early in the season. Nice save by Kevin. Westwark a little sloppy, leaving the zone, a little turnover.
Yeah.
And Narragansett Chariho got a really good opportunity there, and Kevin turned it away. But Tyler Lacombe was a really talented freshman. Got injured in the first game, and you know, Coach Lake was really was relying on him.
Yeah.
You know, to really help this team this year as a 9th grader, and obviously that was a loss.
And funny you should mention him. We just finished up the first semester here. He was in my media broadcasting class, got an A. He did a fantastic job, and his story, because he interviewed you, was about winter sports. And I you know, definitely had the work ethic, not of a freshman, but of an upperclassman. Great kid. And it's too bad that he got hurt. I mean, is he done for the season?
They're hoping he, you know, the problem with a season like this, Eric, is
it's
you
short.
know, well, yeah. I mean, a normal season where you might be able to make it back to the tail end, you don't know now. You know, ankle sprains and you know, banged knees, and they can linger for a week, and a week is pretty much a quarter of your season.
Yeah.
You know, and so you know, we hope to see him back on the ice at some time soon, but you know, obviously it is a short season, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
West Warwick trouble clearing the zone again, and another save by Kevin. Kevin's done I'll tell you what, Kevin's done a really nice job this first period, because this game could easily be 3-1, 4-1.
Absolutely.
Narragansett's Chariho's had some decent looks, some decent opportunities, and Kevin's turned them away.
Yeah. They're not playing like an 0-4 team.
No,
They are
certainly not. It looks like we're going to have a penalty here on. We're going to have a penalty on Ruben Smith. Looks like a cross check. So just what you really don't want is looks like the remainder of the period, for the most part, is going to be a man down for West Warwick.
Yeah, got about a minute and a half to go.
West Warwick catches a little break there. The cross ice pass just happens to escape the zone, so Narragansett is going to have to set up again. Ooh. Another fantastic save. And West Warwick's able to clear the zone. Smart decision by Kevin. You know, at this point, you know, a little scrambled. You know, in that one, Narragansett really is not into the zone. You might try to just kind of kick that off to the corner and let someone try to skate it out. But at this point, a little helter-skelter there. So pretty good idea just to do that. West Warwick go very close to a short-handed chance. Just couldn't connect. Ty Loosler just had a little trouble. Puck got caught between his skates and couldn't get it onto his stick. Kevin with another save.
Good. Yeah, Kevin McDonald came into the game 67 saves on the season, which, you know, high number is, I mean, yes, he's been busy, but that's not really a great thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, but you're right. If it weren't for him, I mean, he's keeping them in this game right now.
I'm at the break between periods. You know, if this game's 2-1, Coach Lake's got to feel pretty pleased.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, West Warwick scored on that opportunity, but for the most part, Narragansett Chariho has had more opportunities, and Kevin's done a nice job of turning those away and keeping this, like you said, a 2-1 game. And that should do it.
Calden Wilson with that last shot, deflected by McDonald, and we are at 2-1 after one period. So we're going to take a short break, pay some bills, and then come back to this production of the West Warwick Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathway production of West Warwick, Exeter West Greenwich Hockey. Easy for me to say. We'll be right back.
We'd like to recognize a couple of sponsors for the Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathway at the high school. Gold Star Retirement and Insurance and Alex Smith. When your family buys insurance through Gold Star, you help build a sustainable resource for Rhode Island educators. The Gold Star team delivers. Everybody deserves peace of mind. Contact Alex Smith at alex.smith@horacemann.com. That's HORACEMANN.com. And the Arctic Playhouse, located at 117 Washington Street in West Warwick.
Teen e-cig use or vaping is an epidemic, with 1 in 5 using them, but it's not safe for young people.
Our brains continue to grow until our mid-20s.
Nicotine use can change the way our brains grow, and not for the better.
The part of our brain that makes decisions, calculates risks, learns, and helps memory.
Plus, nicotine can hotwire our brains for other addictions.
Not water vapor, not harmless, and not cool.
And we are back here on Wizards TV. Eric White here along with Greg Kordick. At the start of the second period, West Warwick, Exeter West Greenwich finding themselves in a 2-1 hole in the story. This story has been told in the Wizards' end, basically. Kevin McDonald's been kept very busy. Narragansett Chariho keeping the pressure on for most of that period, save for the breakaway goal that West Warwick, Exeter West Greenwich got. So we're at 2-1. Could be a lot worse. The two former Division III teams trying to get their first win in Division II this year. We've got Greg Kordick as my hockey expert and color guy, graciously helping out, also the athletic director at West Warwick, a great guy doing a great job that I would not even want to touch with a 10-foot pole. You are a busy guy.
Oh, I'll tell you what, it's been interesting.
Yeah.
the good thing is that you know, the weather looks nice and iffy for this next coming week, which is which makes things even more fun.
God, yeah. Because we've got a lot of games within this past week.
Oh, it's crazy. I mean, it just spoke to a student athlete up in Tiverton. Their girls basketball team's been quarantined. And she was telling me that they may have to play 10 games in 12 days, which is just...
That's insane.
Oh, it is. It is insane.
Ooh,
you know,
shot went wide left.
That was a good look, good opportunity. Yeah. Just Narragansett Chariho never got a good stick on the puck. Yeah. Sean Quirk just kind of fanned a little bit, just kind of a puck on edge, and never really never was able to get it to the tape. Comes West Warwick with a little rush. One of the things that Narragansett and Chariho is doing very well is getting back on defense. You're not seeing really any type of odd man rushes for the Night Wizards. You know, even on that time, you had two West Warwick, two EWG players skating back, and you had three Narragansett defenders at the blue line. Yeah. Here comes an odd man rush for Narragansett, and oh, that's when you're just not lucky.
Yeah, yeah.
Good look, nice shot, just got through, didn't go in. I think if we had a mic on Coach, we did some P Bruins. We did some Bruins where we interviewed the coach at Intermission. I think Coach would tell you that his team's playing with fire a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think he'd like to see them do a better job of, especially in their defensive zone, of getting the puck out. I think they're spending a little too much time in there. Yeah. The more time you spend in there, the more chance they have of getting a good opportunity that Kevin's not going to be able to stand on his head for.
Yeah.
And could lead to a goal.
Yeah. And he makes a beautiful stop there, keeping it at 2-1, 12:27 left to go in the second period.
I haven't taught, it's one of the things this year with student athletes. So many kids distance learning. You don't talk to them about the experiences as much, because I'm curious with hockey players about the masks.
Yeah.
How they would feel, how it feels playing with the masks.
Yeah.
There
we go. And that
was what we were talking about.
Yep. Getting that second chance deflected.
Just again, trouble clearing the zone leads to a face-off, and they score on a second chance opportunity off the face-off.
Yep. Robbie McHugh poked that one in, and Kevin really didn't have a chance with that one. But as you said, puck was loose in front of your own net for a little too long.
But yeah, so you basketball players, you talk to them a little bit. Obviously, I see them at practices,
Yeah.
but the hockey players, you don't see as many of them in the hall, so you don't really get a chance to talk to them. And
Yeah.
I'd be curious to see what it's like. I'm sure it's not comfortable.
Yeah, no. I think everybody's out of their comfort zone this year, and yeah, I mean they're getting used to the masks. I mean, I'm getting winded walking from one class to the other with my mask on. These kids, I mean, they're young and in shape, but
That's my excuse now this year.
Yeah,
it wasn't the COVID weight I put on. It's the mask.
It's the mask.
That's why I'm getting winded.
I hear that.
Nice little rush there by Matt Dennison. Just couldn't get the handle on it. Never was able to really get an attempt on net. Adam Leander takes a spill. He was looking for a call there. Oh.
Ooh. Lucky Kevin made that, McDonald made that stop, and then the puck was sitting about 1 foot to his right. One of his own guys got it, luckily, one of his own players. He thought he still had it.
Yeah,
for a second there.
I think the official lost sight of the puck and blew it dead probably a little sooner than he should have. Yeah. I'm sure the Narragansett coaching staff is not happy with that.
Probably not.
Because that puck was just laying there for someone to tap it in.
Yeah.
It is interesting. Some of the protocols that they originally put in for hockey, was not making ice. Normally in a normal high school hockey game, they make ice. Zamboni comes out and between the second and third period, and for a while there, the original modifications for hockey was not to even make ice.
Really?
And one of the concerns was, one of the concerns that was brought forth that was a good concern is that the ice gets choppy and you could run the risk of injury because of bad ice conditions. So, so they did, put the making of the ice back in place. The idea is they don't want the kids all kind of having to go into a space where they're all going to be close contact with each other. And I think even the Interscholastic League and everyone's just kind of feeling their way through this.
Absolutely. In a regular year, if there is such a thing anymore, would we have the Zamboni in between each period?
No. High school hockey has just always been between the second and third. Yeah.
Okay. So, but I think that's a good point that you make there, Mr. Kordick. That by the third period in a high school game, the ice is not going to be in good shape.
No.
That's. I mean, I can appreciate why they would want to do that, but.
And that's one of the challenges this year, with everything that's going on is, obviously balancing the health and safety. Oh, Matt Dennison with just had a little trouble getting the puck.
Laramie with a shot. Dennison, rather. Excuse me.
Good attempt there. That was kind of a nice cagey move by Matt. I think what he did there was he was just trying to use the defender maybe to screen the goalie and just ended up kind of getting it off the defender's skate and wasn't able to get it on goal, but a really good idea. But with the COVID, it's tough because you're trying to balance the health and safety with the COVID, but you're also obviously trying to balance the health and safety with other things too, like we said with the ice, or trying to you don't want to play 4 basketball games in a row and things like that for so the kids' bodies don't have to get rested.
Absolutely.
I mean, so the kids' bodies can get rested. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Narragansett with an opportunity. Nice save by Kevin McDonald right there.
That's about the third save he's made in the past 4 minutes, keeping this at a 3-1 with about 8:37 left to go in the second period.
This could lead to a rush here.
Couldn't quite get control.
Dylan Waterman never got control. Narragansett Chariho's defense did a nice job of kind of just getting a stick on the puck and getting it off balance, and Dylan never found it.
Yeah. Narragansett Chariho down in the home team's side of the ice again. They've been most of this period like they were the first period. Kevin McDonald let up one goal, but has done a very solid job of keeping this one close. Gets a glove on that one.
Chase Riley, nice job of just getting the puck on net. Sometimes it's the best thing to do. You don't know what, maybe get yourself a rebound.
Yeah.
Maybe get yourself a tough bounce. I think sometimes you see it in the NHL at times. You know, the guys get too cute and sometimes just put the puck on the net. Good things will happen.
Yeah.
Riley with a nice shot there. Oh, nice. Kevin McDonald with 2 nice saves there. Well, we're going to get. Oh, and a nice, what a shot. Harry Breaker. Wasn't quite a breakaway, but it was. But he did a nice job. Just like I said, sometimes you just get the puck on net and good things happen. He broke away from the pack a little, really didn't have any support from the line mates filling the lanes, and just throws it on net. And
Ryan Marikas bounced off of him. He was attempting to make the save, deflected it in. Now we got a 3-2 game.
I can tell you right now, West Warwick is, hopefully that gives them a little bit of lift, because that was that's really the first good opportunity they've had all game. I mean, had all period,
yeah.
and it results in a goal. So,
yeah.
You know, sometimes that gets the adrenaline pumping in the legs a little bit more, and you see a little bit more of aggressiveness here.
Yeah. I mean, right after they cut it to 2-1, Narragansett Chariho just really was back in their face again, and it was looking like a lopsided game. Now let's see. Now that
Nice
they've got
face-off win. Oh,
yeah.
oh.
Now that they've got it to within 1 goal again, let's see if they can put something together here.
I'll tell you what, Wes, this is some good pressure that the Night Wizards have had here. Nice face-off win. Oh. Off the pole.
Oh.
If
Dylan
first you don't succeed, right? Try again.
Absolutely. That went off the left post. Waterman gets his own rebound, and
this is a whole new ball game here.
That's right.
What a fantastic presence of mind just to not give up. You know, sometimes players, they hit the post, they hang their heads a little bit.
Yeah.
Hits the post, right back to him, and just connects.
Yeah.
Fantastic job, and you can see you see the lift.
Yeah.
You know what? I'd say the last 2 or 3 minutes, West Warwick ex-West Greenwich has kind of dominated the play right now.
Yeah.
And hopefully it continues. Another nice save by McDonald. And they clear the zone.
Good.
That's 1-2 sometimes as a goalie. You know, you haven't seen much action.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you get one, and
Yeah,
to be honest with you, I'm sure Kevin sits there and, you know, I'm sure he doesn't want to have to make 30 saves a night, but it gets you into a rhythm, gets you into a flow where if you're facing one shot every 3 or 4 minutes, sometimes it's tough to stay focused. And I think those, at least Breaker's goal, probably should have been saved.
Yeah.
And that's just seems to put a little spark under the Night Wizards.
Yeah. Yeah, Kevin has certainly been busy back there, but yeah, I mean, I think what you were trying to say, you could be a little more on it. You're facing more shots. You're warmed up, and then if you're sitting there, you haven't seen a shot in 3-4 minutes.
Start making some saves. You get into a zone.
Yeah.
You know, you get yourself into a zone, and the puck looks big to you. So.
Yeah. Goaltender, maybe one of the most important positions in professional sports. One thing you will never hear oh, they won the Stanley Cup, but their goalie was awful.
Oh,
You
yeah.
never hear that. If you don't have good goaltending, you're not going anywhere.
That is, and that's the craziest thing about the NHL is, I mean, sometimes you see, you look at the Bruins in 2011. I mean, they rode the play of their goalie.
Oh, absolutely.
And sometimes, a hot goalie can steal you a round or two, or sometimes can get you a Stanley Cup.
Absolutely, and Tim Thomas sure did that year. And a little unfairly to Tuukka Rask. Not to get too much into the pros, but I mean, I think he's a very good goalie, but just nothing is going to top what Tim Thomas did unless you get a cup.
Oh yeah. It's like it's like if Tom Brady wins tomorrow, who wants to be quarterback in New England?
I mean, I'm rooting for Brady, but I really just didn't want to hear it from everybody for 2 weeks. That's why I wanted Green Bay to go.
One of the things, even at, we talk about the NHL level, but even at the high school level too, if you know that your goalie's going to make big saves for you, you can play a little bit looser sometimes. You're not as afraid to make a mistake. If you feel like every shot has a chance to go in, you tend to play tight because you don't want to be that mistake that leads to a shot. So Kevin playing so well, his team's get some confidence. We got a nice steal here and might get a break. Oh, nice job. Nice job by Caden Wilson to break up that rush.
That was Ruben Smith.
Yeah, it looked like he was gonna break in and maybe unknot this thing and Wilson did a nice job of breaking that play up right at the blue line.
Do you think? I mean, Kevin McDonald had a great year last year. He's obviously a strong part of the team this year. Here we go.
Nice shot.
Excellent. Yeah, that was Keegan Gormley with the shot. Now, if you have a hot goalie, if you have a goalie who's good, can you get too reliant on them? Can you get too relaxed?
Oh, yeah. I think so.
Because you're like, Kevin will keep us in it, while your coach is hemorrhaging on the bench. Like, what are you doing, But I think.
Yeah, you want a good mix. I mean, you want to obviously want the defense to. The big thing with a goalie is letting him see the shots. You want to make sure that most goalies, if they can see it, they've got a good shot at stopping it. Where you really as a coach, nice opportunity.
Nice.
Matt Dennison, did he score? Oh, fantastic effort.
Excellent.
What a
Got
play.
his own rebound. Put that right in, and Wizards are up 4-3. The Night Wizards, excuse me. The Night Wizards are up 4-3.
I mean, this game has changed on a dime. I mean, that Harry Breaker goal, it's like a different team out here right now. The Night Wizards are flying. And what a play by Matt Dennison.
Yeah.
Just did that all by himself.
Now we've seen the Night Wizards on the offense for much of the past 6 or 7 minutes here.
And hockey's such a game of momentum too. Yeah. A big hit and another good opportunity there. I think Coach Lake's going to definitely feel a little bit better about this period.
Absolutely. Dennison's going off the ice after just taking that shot. Yeah, I think he definitely should feel good about what he's seeing out there right now. Not only because they're ahead, but the play is much better, passing is much better.
Oh, they've been jump started this period. They've like I said, it's been really period and a half was Narragansett Chariho, and the last half period, maybe even a little bit more, has been all Knights Wizards.
Yep.
But going back to what you're saying, it is. I mean, as a goalie, you don't want to be, you don't want to be too reliant on them because you want your defensive structure and you want to make, the fundamental defensive plays. And sometimes when you know that someone's got your back, sometimes you can get a little bit lazy.
Yeah.
It's got to be a good mix, and I think that's one of the reasons that they were able to win it last year is that You know, they really did a nice job because Pilgrim had come in high flying last year.
Yeah, I think Pilgrim had beaten them earlier that year.
And really offensively, Pilgrim was they were scoring goals all over the place last year, and West Warwick, you know, in games 2 and 3 really did a nice job of shutting them down. Yeah. And then when West Warwick EWG took the lead, you know, now all of a sudden Pilgrim, who you put Pilgrim in a position they weren't used to, and then Pilgrim started to press a little bit, take some chances, and which led to more opportunities for the Night Wizards. And you know, it ended up, I mean, the last game, I think, you know, they won pretty much going away. And I think part of that started, I think if you talk to Coach Lake, he'll tell you a lot of that started on the defensive end, and that translated to offense. And then when everything got clicking, you know, they were playing their best hockey at the end of the year, which is what you want.
Yeah.
It's nice now. You want to just make sure you don't make any mistakes here in this. No mistakes here in this last minute. Walk out of the first 2 periods with nice save by Kevin again. Oh, nice look. We're gonna get a. Oh, fantastic look.
Yep.
Nice job by Gormley, and an excellent job by Dylan Waterman of getting into the play too in case there was a rebound. Nice move.
About 15, 14, 13 seconds.
Oh, no. It's not what you're looking for. The period will run out, and the Night Wizards will walk off with a 4-3 lead here, but they'll be starting the 3rd period a man down. Dylan Waterman looks like he trying to see what the penalty call is here. I didn't see what the signal the ref gave, but looked like it might have been, I don't want to say boarding. He wasn't near the boards, maybe a cross check. This is one of the new things this year too, is you know, not going to locker rooms between periods, kind of making sure you spread out and keep your distance and stay in open areas.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way when you guys on the basketball team, where you know you're right on my way to the classroom, and I had to walk through, and I went the other way from then on. I was like, oh my God, I just walked through the halftime. I think it was before you got started, but yeah, and that's because the locker room. Is that for ventilation reasons that they're not in the locker rooms
ventilation
anymore?
reasons, and you know it's a unique year. You know, you get off the bus, the kids are pretty much dressed. I mean, even for ice hockey, they come into the rink dressed, ready to go. The only thing they put on is their skates, their helmet, their gloves, and they're ready to go. Yeah. You know, most of these kids probably haven't done that since they were 5-6 years old, getting dressed at home, hopping in the car, and then coming here and dad or mom tying the skates and them hitting the ice. But that's that's the way it is this year.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
You know,
we're gonna take a break, pay some bills, and we will be right back here at the second intermission. The Night Wizards up 4-3. One more period to go right here on the Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathway production of Night Wizard Hockey.
We'd like to recognize a couple of sponsors for the Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathway at the high school. Gold Star Retirement and Insurance and Alex Smith. When your family buys insurance through Gold Star, you help build a sustainable resource for Rhode Island educators. The Gold Star team delivers. Everybody deserves peace of mind. Contact Alex Smith at alex.smith@horacemann.com. That's HORACEMANN.com. And the Arctic Playhouse, located at 117 Washington Street in West Warwick.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that Europe just passed a new copyrights law. I wish there was something more related to the school, though.
Hey Nick, what are you reading?
Oh, just Kent County Times.
Oh really, that's cool.
I just wish it was more related to West Warwick High School.
Oh, that's funny. I have the Magic Word here. It's the school newspaper.
Really?
Yeah, it's produced monthly. It's also online at themagicwordonline.com.
I'll check it out.
All right, cool.
And welcome back. Eric White here with Greg Kordick. Want to give a shout out to Paul and Donna Harmon. They are watching down in North Kingstown. That's an overnight trip by Rhode Island standards. We want to share the love. We're all history department peeps here, and I brought Mr. Kordick on to make me sound like I know what I'm talking about. So thank you, and thank you for everybody for excuse me, for watching and listening. This is our first hockey game on Wizards TV, and you know, it's now a game because until you see the Zamboni, there's something hypnotizing about it.
That's my goal in life. That's my goal in life. Is one time I want to ride the Zamboni. I've talked I've talked to people who work here. I said just once I want to get on it. It's always been my goal to just ride the Zamboni.
There's something. I mean, it's like, you know, watching the lines. It's not that exciting, but there's some order to it. I don't know. Life just gets simpler if it were like creating ice on the Zamboni, you know. And I've seen, you know, the mounds of snow behind here in July from from the Zamboni for years, but I don't think I've seen it at work in this arena before. You know, it's our first time here covering the Night Wizards, and now it's a game. Okay, so we'll see what we can do, Mr. Kordick.
And I'm telling you right now, as a hockey player, and all hockey players will tell you, there's just something about coming out on a fresh sheet of ice. You know, when it's still got that little coat of wetness on it, and just something about it.
Yeah.
You'll see them come out. You'll see them come out flying for warm-ups, and hopefully it continues, because the Night Wizards did a nice job of really kind of changing the momentum in this game, and you hope it just continues in the third period, and they'll have a nice fresh sheet of ice to do it on.
Yeah.
So
now, if you speaking from the hockey perspective, if you're Narragansett Chariho, what are you doing in the third period to try to get back the momentum you started the game with?
You know, I think if I'm their coach, I'm telling them, you know, to not to panic, to stay the course. You know, I mean, they had this game in control, up 3-1. You know, putting the pressure on. You know, not to get frustrated. They had a lot of good opportunities. Obviously, Kevin McDonald did a fantastic job of kind of stymieing a lot of those, but not to get off your game, not to try to do too much, and just try to, you know, play the game like you did in the first, you know, that first period and a half. And good things will happen. I mean, the more shots you put on there, the better.
Yeah.
You know, I think their coach is gonna tell them a little, you know, in their locker room that, you know, what they did was they kind of got back on their heels a little bit and stopped attacking so much and really almost were counterpunching to the Scarlet Knights, you know, attack. And I think, you know, he tells them just, you know, get back to playing our game, keep the pressure on, you know, the Night Wizards, and make, you know, if they can't clear the zone, make them pay. You know, make them pay. Keep putting shots on McDonald. Sooner or later, you got to hope that, you know, you get a rebound or you get a put back and you put it in, and then, you know, this is you know, now momentum's on your side. So,
and if you're the Night Wizards, you know, you're riding momentum going in. You're starting the third period shorthanded with a power play. So what are you telling your team now? I mean, do you think the power play might help them psychologically to say, we need to play 110% right here, or this game's going to be tied again.
This is going to be this is a big penalty kill here. If they can get those first 2 minutes out, not give up a goal, now you're feeling really good about yourselves. You still get yourself a lead. You've battled off this penalty for 2 minutes, and now you can just go back to playing 5-on-5 hockey. You give up a goal, now all of a sudden, you're talking. This is an 11, 12-minute game right here, and so this penalty is going to be big for both teams. Obviously Narragansett, Chariho wants to take advantage of this, and the Night Wizards want to kill this, and obviously I think whichever team's successful is going to feel a big sigh of relief.
Yeah.
And if I'm Coach Lake, I'm telling my team, make sure your responsibilities on penalty kill, you're where you're supposed to be. Don't try to get too cute. You get the puck, just get it out of the zone, and and like I said, kill this thing, and then get back your momentum.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe you get some puck luck, and all of a sudden you end up with a breakaway and a shorthanded goal, something like that, and then all bets are off after that.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So what is it like on the bench if your team gives up a shorthanded goal?
That's a gut punch. That is a gut punch. I mean, I'm telling you, it's.
When your team does it, it's like, wow, great, But do you just go back to the bench? Yeah, I know. I don't. You just yell at me later.
It's tough. Obviously, power plays are so important in hockey, and the team that, normally the team that stays out of the box the most has the most success, and to have an opportunity, and to have the goal go the other way, that's like I said, that really is a tough thing to overcome. And then to make it worse, you go back and you're still on the power play.
Yeah.
You're down. You've given up a goal. Now you got to go back and try to score one. And so yeah, if that happens, it's that is a huge momentum. Shorthanded goals can really determine outcomes of games. And like I said, sometimes it's a fantastic clear.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a rolling puck that hops a stick, and all of a sudden you got a breakaway. So. Yeah. I'm telling you right now, Coach Lake doesn't care if it's a beautiful clear or a rolling puck. I'm telling you right now, if he can get a shorty, he'll be
absolutely.
He's going to be happy about that. But I think his first order of business is to get this play killed, this penalty killed. And the tough part is it's with one of his better players, Dylan Waterman, on the bench. So in the box. So it's going to be a tough challenge, and. Like I said, we'll see.
We'll see right now. We're getting started, third period. West Warwick, Exeter West Greenwich up 4-3. 15 more minutes of hockey to go, we think. What are the overtime rules?
I don't believe they play overtime in regular season, although I could be wrong.
Hopefully we don't find out.
When I'm supervising hockey games, we're not rooting for overtime.
Yeah.
We want wins in regulation. That's what we want.
Go. Yes. I remember the first baseball game that I called. I did PA for. Coach Grenier went into extra innings. I think it was 12 innings, and they lost by 1 run. And we were teaching together at that time. And I came back and I said, "If you ever do that to me again," that was like my first game.
Nice shot, nice save by Kevin. And there you go.
Excellent.
Just get it out of don't fool around.
Yep.
Get it down the ice and regroup.
Yeah, got a minute 22 left on the power play. Night Wizards trying to kill this penalty. Get the third period started off on the right skate, as it were.
This is a nice job. Matt Dennison with a nice forecheck there. Nice thing about Matt is he's confident in his skating abilities, where he can go deep on that forecheck, knowing that he can get himself back in the play.
Yeah.
And really kind of really slow down. Oh, and there we go. There was our short-handed opportunity.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Another one. It's in there somewhere.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's got to be a horrible feeling for a goalie.
Oh.
That's got to be one of the worst feelings, is when you don't know where the puck is. You take that quick glance behind you, make sure it's not there and that the ref's not pointing.
Yeah. 45 seconds left on the power play.
Night Wizards have done so far an excellent job. I mean, really, Narragansett, Chariho has not gotten any type of setup.
Yeah.
Got a couple of shots, you know.
Yeah.
But really nothing organized.
Yeah. No what we would call quality shots from.
Exactly.
From
just throwing in
inside.
from long distance, and as long as Kevin can see those, he's going to make 99% of those saves.
Yep.
Should get one more rush here. Time for one more rush. Nice save by Kevin, and that should do it.
Caden Wilson, number 14, with that shot. 2-1, and power play over.
That's a nice penalty kill right there.
Absolutely.
Whistle
Kevin just
blown.
deflected one right there as the whistle was blowing.
I think okay. I think it snuck out of the zone, and that was an offsides goal.
So West Warwick, Exeter West Greenwich still up 4-3. Nice job killing the power play. Just under 13 minutes left to go in the third period.
This is where, as a coach, you're hoping that you got a little momentum now. You really would like that knockout punch. Get that 2-goal lead if you can.
Yeah.
Well, that's not a great turnover there in their zone. But nice recovery, nice way to get it out of there. Big thing right now is you want to make sure you keep your integrity, where you're supposed to be. You don't want to pinch, get too far up ice, and now all of a sudden you've got a 3-on-2 or a 2-on-1. If Narragansett Chariho is going to score, Coach Lake wants them scoring with all 5 guys in his zone.
Yeah.
He wants them all back on defense. If they find a way to score, that's the toughest way to do it.
Yeah.
It looks like another. Another penalty for the Night Wizards.
Let's see, who was that?
I can't. It's a captain.
12. Ethan Laramie.
Here's Matt Dennison. This is what I'm talking about. Matt, nice job. Oh, fantastic opportunity. Matt came really close to drawing a call there too.
Yeah.
And then that's sometimes that's as big as scoring a goal.
Yep.
That's what I was talking about with Matt. You see how confident he is that he knows that if he doesn't get that puck, he's got the skating ability to get back into play. He's not going to be putting his team at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
If you know that you're not as confident in your ability to skate, you don't go that deep. You don't take those chances down there, and that's a nice luxury to have as a coach.
Yeah.
To put some pressure that deep on the. You can see Narragansett Chariho is having a tough time really getting anything going in their end in terms of clearing it. So a nice clear by the Night Wizards. I got a feeling it's not going to be a long break for Matt Dennison on that bench. This is one where you say, get some water, get some breath, and get the heck back out there.
Absolutely. Just over 11 minutes to go. Kevin McDonald stopping that one. Both teams looking for their first win after being in Division III last year. This year, no more Division III.
Nice save nice, fantastic save. What a save. I mean, that right there, that's fantastic by Kevin.
Yeah.
One of the things is, you move up to Division II, you have a team as successful as, West Warwick, Exeter West Greenwich has been. I mean, six championship appearances in their 10 years as a co-op.
Yeah.
And then you come up and you're a year where it's a little bit, you're gonna be facing a little bit better competition.
Yeah.
Bigger schools too.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You're talking about, both Exeter West Greenwich and West Warwick are both relatively small school districts when you compare them to like a North Kingston. So
absolutely.
In terms of population.
And Cranston with the
exactly.
East and West Co-op.
Exactly. So it's got to be tough. These kids, especially some of these juniors and seniors on this team have had a ton of success, and to come back out here sometimes and, maybe don't see the results you want to see.
Nice save by McDonald. Yeah, I would agree. What would, if you're coaching this team, what is a successful year?
I think their first 2 games, in talking to Coach Lake, I think that, he's been pleased with the effort. I mean, that's the big thing. You don't want to see head hanging. And, the fact that they've been in games against really two quality opponents. And, to be in those games and to kind of, they get away from you a little bit in the third period. And I think he looks at that as a success. You try to play teams like this that are probably your caliber, a little bit more your caliber right now in terms of, same boat as you are, and you try to grab wins here and there. And, the big thing is just to be getting better. I mean, he does have a lot of young players, and these kids, the one nice thing is these kids are going to get a ton of experience right away.
Yeah.
Playing some really good competition in Division II. And you hope that, next year and the year after that kind of develops and leads to some success in that division.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, one of the things before a team can usually learn how to win, they've got to lose.
Yeah. Yep.
And take their lumps, and especially in the, as you said before, the difference between Division III and Division II is the third period.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you, they've impressed me today because, a young team, it's a game where, these kids have looked at it and said, all right, this is a team that we really should compete against. To come out to fall behind 3-1, it would have been real easy for a young team to kind of just, put their heads down and to pack it in. And really they've shown a lot of fight and, have since about midway through that second period, this has been pretty much been an even game. I think, with the Night Wizards actually even probably dictating the play a little bit.
Yeah, a couple of breakaways that easily could have been.
Killed off a couple of couple penalties in this period already.
Yeah. Nine minutes to go.
This is big. Nice job by Emily Jedson to get that. Nice, fantastic. Wow. Let's see if the arm goes up. Yeah, I think all right, this is what Coach Lake does not want to see. Kevin down on the ice. Looks like he just. All right, he is getting up. That's good news.
He's a big reason why they're ahead by 1 goal right now.
It's true. Doesn't look like there was any penalty called on that, which is a nice. That's good news for the Night Wizards. So, Kevin. So good to see him. Good to see him back up.
Yeah. He was another one who was in my broadcasting class as a freshman. Got the chance to meet his family. And seems like so long ago. Yeah, he's developed nicely. It's good to see everything come together last year.
Tough to see sometimes when when a goalie does go down. When there is contact. I mean, obviously you obviously want to see them get up, and sometimes the goalies may look to sell things a little bit.
Yeah.
Let that ref know, hey, that guy ran me.
Yeah, absolutely.
But good to see Kevin back up.
Yeah, it is.
Skating seems to be skating okay.
That's a job. It takes a certain kind of athlete to play a position where people fire a puck at you constantly.
Oh yes.
Because that thing's going almost 100 miles an hour, depending on who's shooting it. Depending,
And the other thing about goalies too is, oh my God, and I'm sure Kevin's mom knows about this, is they sweat. They sweat hockey players sweat in general, but man, goalies with all those pads on.
Yeah. Absolutely.
There's a certain smell to a hockey player. I'll tell you that much.
Well, if he could build that up and people don't want to get too close to him because of that, could be
right. Yep. I think hockey players become immune to it, though.
Yeah.
I think they become immune to that smell because
probably, yeah.
I've walked into a few hockey locker rooms in my day, as athletic director and been like, man, you don't smell this? And the kids are just sitting there. And but I'll tell you what, hockey players, though, you know, they are hockey players, hockey parents, very unique. I mean, dedicated and, looks like Coach Lake looks like he's fired up there. I'll tell you what, something had to happen because Coach Lake is one of the calmest guys I know.
Yeah.
He doesn't get upset about anything.
Yeah, he was pretty animated right there.
No, he was.
Ooh, nice save by Kevin. Might have gone off his helmet a little bit.
See, that's where you get a little too cute. Just get that puck up the ice. Get it out of your zone. At this point. Yeah, Coach Lake fired up. I will say this: it is nice, Coach Lake, West Warwick police officer. It's nice to have a police officer on your staff and your coaching staff.
It is, and Officer Brothers right there,
yes,
the
exactly.
resource officer for Deering Middle School. He and I got a chance during the taping of the graduation, the recording of the graduation last year. We talked for a long time, and I said, when next season comes, I'm going to hit you up. So. To be my inside person.
What a save.
Wow.
Great save by Kevin again, and really did a nice job of, I mean, he didn't control the rebound, but he also didn't give it where, he didn't let it come out where it was a good opportunity. It really wasn't much of a threat on the rebound. I will say this, the Narragansett Chariho coach, I mean, his kids haven't stopped playing.
Yeah.
I mean, their game still seems to, doing the things that they had success with early in the game. Oh, what a save by Kevin. Wow.
He gets back up and makes another one.
And he is
he was on his back.
You get to that point where, I'll give it a few more minutes, but you're getting close to using that stand on the head.
Yeah. Yes.
Quote about Kevin tonight. He has seen a lot of shots. Not too many of them easy either.
No.
And he's turned away quite a few. It really would be nice to see the Night Wizards, if they could somehow just get one more. And this is the guy you want with the puck on your stick right here. Oh, nice look though.
Yeah.
Good
that
idea.
Was a beautiful pass. Looked like he was looking for Waterman on the other side.
Yeah, just a little behind him, but I mean the right idea.
Yeah.
If it was tape to tape, this game's a 2-goal game.
Yep.
Fantastic job there by Ruben Smith. His defense partner took a little chance, wasn't able to get the puck, and Ruben did a nice job of slowing down the Narragansett Chariho break, just enough so his defense could come back and give him support. Keegan Gormley, just can't get there. Nice job. Nice job by Chase Riley to shield him off and to get that puck out of that zone. I will say this, though, that the Night Wizards have done a much better job since early in this game of cycling their defense back. Narragansett Chariho, they're not getting great looks. They're not getting open opportunities. There are defenders there.
Yeah.
Oh,
that went in the
top corner,
top shelf.
Top shelf. I don't know who scored. I didn't see the number of person who scored the goal, but it was the initial rush. Got the puck on net. Not much of a rebound, but unfortunately, Narragansett Chariho, they had 3 guys flying down the ice, and one of them just picked up the rebound and top shelved it.
Yeah. So we're at a tie game here, 4-4. Just over 4 minutes left in the third period.
This is a big. These next few minutes here are going to be big for West Warwick EWG. You know, you don't want to hang your heads on that goal and then make a mistake that leads to another.
No, absolutely not. They were down 3-1 earlier, as we talked about before. This is not the place to give up. This is the place where you ask yourself, are you in shape?
I'll tell you right now, this is where all those sprints and all those suicides. This is where that pays off now, because you're going to be asking your first line and your second line, specifically your first line, to play some extended minutes here.
Absolutely.
One, because of the defensive presence, and then two, obviously, to give you an offensive push too.
Yeah.
Nice save by Kevin.
Excellent.
Protected that short side beautifully. Three minutes, 33 seconds left here. Against Chariho does a nice job of just getting that puck down in that corner. Chase Riley does a nice job of just, not trying to do too much with it. Just get it down there, let his teammates dig for it.
Yeah.
See if maybe something, they get an opportunity out of the corner here. Nice job. Nice job by Keegan Gormley, but again, Chase Riley, fantastic job of just standing him up, keeping that puck in. Riley's, I'll tell you what, he's all over the place.
Yeah.
You're seeing the two top players here on their teams, Matt Dennison and Chase Riley. You're seeing these two guys just go toe to toe. Matt was just trying to get a little space, and Chase Riley would not let him have it.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see how long these two, they're both on the bench now. Be interesting to see how much of a blow they get.
Yeah.
Well, these sometimes those are the ones that sneak in.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes it gets sloppy around the crease, and that's a great goal for the Night Wizards.
Yeah.
I think that was Ethan Laramie scored the goal, and I'm gonna be honest with you, that's just great work.
Yeah.
Getting the puck behind the net, not trying to do too much with it, just tuck it out front and just start whacking sticks at it, and you get that little tip in, and now we're back where we were about 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Where West Warwick's just got to play some good defensive hockey and walk out of here with their first win of the year.
2:22 left in the third period.
I always get interested here to see if Narragansett Chariho, continues to be down by a goal. Nice save by Kevin.
Yeah.
Big thing on that one is not only the save, just making sure there's no rebound on it.
Yes.
Because now, with West Warwick having the last change, right, they can get their top unit out there. First line, here comes Matt Gormley again. But it's always interesting to see if they're down one, how, and this is something I'd love, if I was ever a hockey coach, I don't think I'd ever pull this off, is when do you pull your goalie? When do you pull your goalie?
That decision's above my pay grade.
Oh, no. Dang. Again, that was is it the odd man rush?
McDonald was down on his, laying on the ground after he'd
stopped the initial shot, but once again, just too many Narragansett Chariho players in the vicinity. The puck laying there, and I'd say West Warwick, the Night Wizards couldn't clear it, but there was really no one there to clear it.
Yeah.
More black and red jerseys down there than white.
5-5, 1 minute 40 to go in the third period. Narragansett Chariho answers right back with a goal of their own.
Now I don't even get my question answered. Now I don't even get my question answered about the pulling the goalie.
Hey, well, there's still 1:22 to go, so.
Like, I always wonder, is pulling the goalie, pulling the goalie in a tie game, is that kind of like going for two when you score on the last play of the game and you're going to go for the win?
I would say so, yeah. Going for two in the NFL, I think it would be.
That's where if it works, you're brilliant.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, you're looking for a job.
There you go. You're the head coach of a pro team. You are a genius or an idiot, and there's no genius or an idiot, no in between.
That's true. Yeah. Oh boy. All right, really nice job there by Egan Usler because he really didn't have position.
We may have a chance here.
Yeah. Oh, nice job. Nice job again.
Waterman just couldn't catch up with that one.
And it seems like he's all over the ice, but it was Riley again who was there. I'll tell you what, that's big. You know what? You have a defenseman. He's a pretty big-sized kid.
Yeah.
You got a defenseman who really, put you in good position, make sure that. All right. So that is an icing. So Westwark EWG is going to have to fend off. Face off in their own zone.
24.3 seconds to go. Trying to keep the undefeated streak alive here today for the home teams. To end off our triple header. I hope my wife will let me back into the house. I've been gone for a while. So.
I'm sure my wife's happy.
See, we just got married, so it's not the,
I think my wife's rooting for double overtime, Eric. Double overtime and a shootout.
Are you home already? It's only 11.
I'll tell you what, it's been an entertaining game.
Yeah.
And it's, the sad thing is, people are going to look at it and say, oh, Kevin McDonald gave up 5 goals. But, if you saw this hockey game tonight, you know that.
Yeah, he was the reason they were in it.
Exactly. They're not in this game if it's not for him. He did a fantastic job of basically, and he hasn't given up a cheapie today either. They've all been earned goals.
Yeah.
He's made the saves he's had to, and he's made the saves that he's made the saves he's supposed to make, and he's made some saves that he shouldn't be making. And it'd be nice to see if somehow maybe the Night Wizards can break one out here and get one more good scoring opportunity before the horn sounds.
Yeah. Dennison's had a great game as well. Ethan Laramie and Dylan Waterman, as you said, has been all over the place. And those three have had a great game.
I think this is a good effort tonight. I think be a little disappointed in if they don't come away with a win, but this is
baby steps here.
You saw some good things. Here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh.
What are they calling a penalty or? Yeah, it's calling someone to the box.
I believe that was Laramie with the shot, wasn't it? I'm not sure about the penalty. I'll leave that to you.
Where are they? All right, it looks. I don't know who's going to the box though. He's calling a trip. All right, Harry Breaker, whose goal earlier today, I think really kind of flipped the switch on the game.
Yeah. And that is it.
So it looks, I'm just trying to see here. They're not moving, so I got a feeling they might be playing up 5-minute overtime.
Okay.
5-minute overtime period here.
All right, so we're in overtime. Why don't we pay some bills here for a moment and then come on back and
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that Europe just passed a new copyrights law. I wish there was something more related to the school, though.
Hey Nick, what are you reading?
Oh, just Kent County Times.
Oh really, that's cool.
I just wish it was more related to West Warwick High School.
Oh, that's funny. I have the magic word here. It's the school newspaper.
Really?
Yeah, it's produced monthly. It's also online at themagicwordonline.com.
I'll check it out.
All right, cool.
and we're back. Eric White, Greg Kordick, and we are in overtime. I think your wife got her wish.
Bonus hockey here.
Bonus hockey. 5-5 tie. Nice competitive game.
Now, unfortunately, Night Wizards find themselves having to kill off 2 minutes of a penalty to start this overtime period. These are important face-offs when you're down a man. Yeah. Not to let not to win the face-off. Matt Dennison does a fantastic job of doing that, and now they're going to be able to clear the puck. Although they're not thinking of just clearing it.
Yeah.
Dylan Waterman, that was an aggressive rush right there.
Yeah. Beautiful pass.
It was a nice trail pass. All right.
Waterman, you can't quite get a hold of it.
All right, and they clear the puck.
Number 24, Coco Keegan, one of the better sports names I've heard in a long time. Had a chance to get a shot on goal, but didn't quite. Narragansett Chariho.
And now it gets out. Oh,
Ooh.
Oh, almost a mistake there.
Got another 48 seconds left on the penalty.
I'll tell you one thing. If Chase Riley's going to sleep well tonight, I don't think he's been off the ice. Seems like every time. Oh, and it just sneaks through.
Just snuck through.
That's a tough one right there.
That is a tough one. This is part of the growing pains that we were talking about, moving from 3 to 2, even though this is another former Division III opponent they're playing. That one just sneaks right in.
Yeah.
And West Warwick, Exeter West Greenwich finds themselves on the losing end.
Some good things, though. You saw some good things tonight. I mean, obviously you saw Kevin play a really solid game. I thought your upperclassmen and your seniors, not your seniors, your upperclassmen, they did a nice job of setting the tone. This one's going to hurt, but I think, when you look at the big picture, I think you sit there and you're like, this was a competitive game. Made a few mistakes down the stretch, but again, growing pains.
Yep. Absolutely. So we'll take a short break. We'll come back. We'll come back with a little bit of post game, and then we'll say sayonara for now. On the Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathways production of West Warwick, Exeter West Greenwich Hockey.
Teen e-cig use or vaping is an epidemic, with 1 in 5 using them, but it's not safe for young people.
Our brains continue to grow until our mid-20s.
Nicotine use can change the way our brains grow, and not for the better.
The part of our brain that makes decisions, calculates risk, learns, and helps memory.
Plus, nicotine can hotwire our brains for other addictions.
Not water vapor, not harmless, and not cool.
And we are back for the last time. Eric White, Greg Kordick. We saw a great game until the end for us. West Warwick, Exeter West Greenwich losing in overtime, 6-5 to Narragansett Chariho. Game that went back and forth. Kevin McDonald stood on his head. Overused cliche, but he really did. But in the end, right into the 5-minute overtime period, it wasn't enough. We had just over 2 minutes in. So the Night Wizards will fall to 0-3 as they move up from Division III to Division II. Part of the growing pains that we've been talking about, but even though the result is not what we wanted, a lot of good things.
I'm telling you right now, like I said earlier, this would have been real easy for a young team down 3-1 halfway through the second period to just sit there and say, not our night, not our year, unique circumstances, COVID, whatever they wanted, and they didn't. They came back, actually forged themselves a lead. Unfortunately, just too many odd man rushes. I thought Chariho did Narragansett Chariho did a really good job of really flying to the net in the last 5 minutes of this game, where if they weren't going to score on the initial shot, they were going to put a lot of pressure on the rebound. And but they have nothing to hold their heads about. Night Wizards, I thought, did a fantastic job. I'm sure Kevin will probably sit there and feel bad about this and he has absolutely no reason to, because I don't think if he's not between the pipes, this game could have gotten away pretty quickly. I think he did a fantastic job, and I think they'll play. This is it's a positive step.
Yes,
it's a positive step, and they have to look at it that way.
Yeah. I mean, tonight the kids are not going to think that, but I think you're absolutely right. It's growing pains, and if Kevin McDonald is not between the pipes, then the game is not close, and I have to reach into my joke bag, and nobody wants that. So, executive producer tonight. Well, thank you to Greg Kordick, who came here and gave his hockey expertise. Our athletic director at West Warwick High School. Brian Lynch, executive producer. Riley Maynard and Morgan Judd. They were here the whole day. Now, it's a feat to broadcast 3 games, but it's an even larger feat to put up with me for many hours in a row, longer than the average school day. And this, they made broadcasting, West Warwick broadcasting history. The first triple header didn't end the way we wanted to, but we had a lot of exciting play today. The West Warwick High School Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathway production of West Warwick Hockey and earlier West Warwick Girls and Boys Basketball. We're going to put the period on the end of this sentence. Thank you very much for watching. Everybody have a great night, and we will see you next time.